Urban Rivers is helping community members connect with nature in new and exciting ways by transforming a once industrialized section of the Chicago River into a wildlife sanctuary.
Nick Wesley, Executive Director and co-founder of Urban Rivers, joins us now with details on the Wild Mile. I had never heard of this until, Amy brought it to our attention. Tell us, what is the Wild Mile?
Yeah, so the Wild Mile is the first floating eco park of its kind. It's on the east side of Goose Island, sits in the river, and basically is a walkway nestled with gardens and native plants that do a couple different things. They bring habitat for wildlife. The roots go into the water. They suck up some of the excess nutrients and really kind of catalyze the ecosystem and turn it back into something that's more resembles the natural river.
The first time I saw any of this is that turtle that was out and made all the rounds on social media. And he was not far from here, correct?
Yes, yeah, he was a couple hundred feet from it, yeah.
And now, did he come here because you guys have now made this an inviting sanctuary to animals?
I think that guy was a legacy. I think he's been here forever. But we have seen turtles, snapping turtles, breeding right in our garden. So, it definitely, the next generation will be here because of that.
Okay, so it's floating in the river, right? Mm-hmm. So when someone comes to check it out, is it just simply a walk that they're taking, or are you offering something else for people to take in?
Yeah, so we do a couple different things. This section is called the Learning Platform. And so we host a lot of different field trips and programs. I think we did about 100 different free events last year. And so, you can go on it, take a stroll, just check it out, or you can come to one of our events or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you are working on 2 other areas in Chicago, correctly?
Yes.
Talk a little about that, how that happens and the benefit for those communities.
Yeah, so, the history of our river, it's been a very industrialized river. Mm-hmm. And so if you look around, the edges are all pretty similar. There are these steel sheet pile walls. There's not really a lot of green space, not a lot of habitat or river edge connection. And so the Wild Mile is really an example of how this kind of technique can work and really can apply to rivers all over Chicago and really most industrialized rivers. And so Bubbly Creek is one of the projects we did a series of islands on in partnership with Shedd Aquarium, and that was an area where it's just had such a history of pollution and
yuckiness.
Yeah. And so we basically set out a series of these floating islands that kind of form this little archipelago and start to create that type of ecosystem.
Yeah, I was going to say ecosystem. Are you at all worried about all the traffic that may interrupt what it is that you're trying to do, that serenity you're trying to keep in there?
Yeah, so not too much. I think that we have a lot less than we've ever had, in terms of industrial traffic, things like that. Mm. And it's been a huge influx of paddlers and people like that. So that kind of brings people out to actually enjoy it and experience it, which I think is cool. And the river itself has always had its own challenges, just being in an urban setting, and so we kind of try to adapt to it and see how it goes.
What's next for you guys?
So we have an installation, 2 installations this year. So we're extending the Wild Mile, and so basically doubling the size, and then adding another series of islands up at River Park.
Okay. Cool. It sounds like to me that what you're doing is you're actually helping to clean the river.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Oh, yeah. So these things, the river is such a connected system. So you get wildlife that comes from forest preserves, they come from all over the area and kind of travel through. And so by putting these things in, they create that ecosystem that allows some of these natural processes to kind of take place. And so you get these kind of pockets of, ecological, sanctuaries, and that really does a dramatic effect on the kind of health of the river, I think.
It doesn't stink anymore. Is what I'm trying to get at. The basics for people who are not familiar with, what actually takes place in the river. The one thing they'll notice is it doesn't smell so bad anymore.
Yeah. I think there's, I definitely would like to take full credit for that, but I can't. People like the MWRD, for instance, they've been doing a ton of work and really cleaning this, but this is it's all part of the whole system. So because of this kind of steps they took and others have taken, it's allowed this type of thing to actually work and flourish. And do its part in kind of making the river better.
And
So.
for people who are seeing the pictures of how beautiful that is, it's open to the public, correct?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. It's a public park, free, open. We host a ton of different free programs and things like that. So, yeah.
It's so crazy. You don't feel like you're in the city of
know,
Chicago anymore.
exactly.
It's bizarre.
Nice.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
All right, Nick, Urban Rivers, there's the information for the social media handles as well as the website and even a phone number if you want to give them a call.